Welcome to another slow Sunday. Today is a doodle day where I'm just doodling away, listening to music. And I did speed this up because otherwise it would have been about 20 minutes long. If you'd like me to do it at actual speed when they're this long, let me know in the comments. So here I started with a car. It'd been raining and I was thinking about windshield wipers. So I put some windshield wipers on this car and I realized I kind of put them too far up the windshield, but there you go. And so there are the hands on the steering wheel, and I'm drawing a little hedgehog driving the car. And the hedgehog is standing up in the seat, looking over the steering wheel, going for a ride with his friend, the rabbit, who is hanging onto the dashboard because hedgehog tends to drive really fast and erratic. And there are the tires and the headlights and the treads on the tire and the little signal lights. And then I thought, well, they'd have luggage, so let's put some luggage on the roof of the car. There's the luggage and strap it down. There you go. So there they are, hedgehog and rabbit. And then I just keep moving along and I draw a bottle. I always like drawing a bottle. Here's a bottle with a cork on it. Don't know what's in the bottle, but then I thought, it's falling over. But what's making it fall over? So I draw a mouse, and there's the mouse. And this is really kind of fast. Actually, even for me, there you go. There's the mouse, there's its tail, there's the two legs, and it's pushing the bottle over. And then, well, you just don't want it to crash. So here's another mouse on the other side, bracing itself to catch the bottle. Pretty good. So then I keep going over here, and I'm thinking a hook, fishing and a hook, and here's a barbed hook. And I was thinking of putting a worm on the hook, but I didn't want to. So I thought, well, this worm is Houdini worm, and it escapes from everything. So the worm's just there beside the hook, drifting in the water. And I thought, well, a fish has got to be somewhere. So I started drawing a fish and its eyes and its head and dorsal fin. And it's all the other little fins. There's its eyes. And there's its tail. It's turning into see what's happening, and its mouth. So there's my fish and my worm. And then I thought, well, let's draw an ear. And this could be anything. This could be a deer. But I decided to go with a dog. So I drew a dog. Thought it looked like a kangaroo for a minute, but it turned out to be a dog. Then my dog, and I thought, well, dog's got to have a friend. So I drew a friend. So here's the dog's friend, which is another dog. Kind of a boxer, bulldog type dog. And there it is sitting beside it. And what are they looking at and paying attention? So I drew a little dachshund right here. Little dachshund. And there it is, the little dachshund. Nose didn't come out quite right. Tried to fix it. There's the little dachshund. Maybe he's talking to him. Maybe not. Don't know. Or she's talking to him. And then I went with stars. Let's do stars. So I did stars and the moon. That's good. And should have an owl there. And so I'm just doodling to music, not really thinking about anything or even thinking what I'm doing. I'm just doodling, sketching. But I wanted this owl to stand on his feet, which I like. So there's my little owl on his feet. And I thought, well, let's do an owl flying by. And I always have a problem with the wings. Didn't look right, so I added those squiggly marks on the end to look like feathers. There's my owl. I said short tail, so I made its tail longer. So there, I drew an owl. And then I was like, okay, we need a cat. So as a cat, I started to do a head, turned it into the body, and there's my cat. I love this cat. This cat's got attitude. Maybe the dogs are afraid of that cat. I don't know. So then I go over here and I go, let's draw a cooking utensil. So these are tongs. I decided to use tongs, and I put the little pull in the back that keeps them closed. And I said, well, tongs, spaghetti. So I tried here. I'm going to draw a bowl of spaghetti, but it didn't really come out because it's very small. So all those squiggly lines are spaghetti. And I go, what I need is a hat. I keep going, listening to music, just drawing without thinking. And then I go boot with the hat. That's cool. And then I say, oh, put a sole on it. So there's my sole, and then stitch the heel, stitch the toe, and there you go. And then I go, well, what? Glasses. Let's add some glasses. So I added glasses, round glasses, and there you are, the glasses. And then I'm like, what? And then I think, well, let's draw a telephone. You don't see public phones much anymore with everybody with cell phones. But you used to see them all over, and especially these kinds which were just a box. And always the phone was always dangling from the box. And as a kid, we used to hit the change thing and see if we could get any coins that somebody left behind. So now I'm going with a moose. And here's my moose and drawing the moose. And I'm going about 2 to 3 times. This is 2 to 3 times faster than what I am actually drawing it. I like moose. Haven't seen a moose yet in our time here. Wished I would. So there's my little moose. Very nice moose. Maybe. And then I thought, I want to draw a horse. I haven't drawn a horse in a long time. I paint a lot of horses. And this wasn't coming out as a very good horse. It looked more like a dragon. I thought, well, I've drawn a Viking dragon that would be on the bow of a ship. So then I go, well, add more mane. So I add more mane, and it looks a little bit more like a horse. And then I make it sound, and I go, okay, it's a horse. And then I thought, well, I'll do a self-portrait. So I drew myself. This is me. It doesn't actually look like me, but there's one arm. And then I run out of page, so I bend the arm up, put a head on. So it's good to have a head, and there are the hands. Smile, nose, hair, and looks to me like about 40 years ago. Okay, so there's the first chicken, because you got to have chickens. Chickens are cool. The Monster Book of Chicken Jokes. And here's another chicken, just being there, being chickens on my arm. And then I go, well, let's put a raccoon over here. So I draw a raccoon just hanging out on my arm. Maybe there's its belly and its tail and its mask and the rings on its tail. And there you go, little foot, raccoon on my arm. And then I sign it. And I'm done. It's a doodle day. Another slow Sunday. Thanks for watching. Like, follow, comment. Here are some very funny books I've illustrated. The Monster Book of Pickle Jokes, yay! And the Monster Book of Banana Jokes. Lots of monsters, lots of bananas, lots of jokes. You can find, oh wait, here's another one. Monster Book of Chicken Jokes. Find the link in my bio or the description. Hey, I drew them.